Your yes positions you. Hear me out. Jesus didn't need validation, affirmation, or confirmation. And why am I saying this right now? Because we're in this place where the speed of your obedience matters. Many of us are building a thing and we're not even solid on the foundation. We're on like light years ahead, okay? We're doing our thing, but we skipped the first thing, right? And this, hear me. So I just got done with a podcast and it was so good. I had to write it down to make sure that I got it. But it came to me where it said, so my spiritual father was saying, Adam was brought his wife. Catch me on this. The Lord brought Eve to Adam, okay? He didn't go find her. The finding, when you have found a wife, you have found a good thing. The finding is the ability to actually see her when she comes. Now keep following me because it's not necessarily just about relationship, okay? I'm gonna share with you, from a woman, the Lord is constantly positioning you. And I talk about this in the Wired for Each Other book that I just released, where the woman hears. Why does the woman hear first? Many times that I have been learning as I've gone through this journey, because the Lord has to position her in order to be received. She has to go. Ruth had to be obedient in her yes, not in her confirmations and 1,000 fleeces and all of that. She had to actually say yes so she could be positioned in order for the Lord to give. Okay. So here's the thing. She needs to know where to be positioned. Okay. You have Ruth and Mary and Esther and so many others, Deborah. Okay. It's crazy how many women, they had to hear the Lord and they had to move, because if they didn't, the Lord could not do the exchange that was needed. Are you following me on this? If you're a woman watching, I need you to see this. Sometimes I'm not even say sometimes, the Lord is waiting on you to be positioned. Because your yes, okay, allows the Lord to bring you to a place. I remember many times I was like, why am I going here? This doesn't even make sense. And the Lord's like, I still need you to go. The whole time he was positioning me to be presented. He brought me, just like Adam was waiting, not even realizing, doing about his own business. And the Lord's like, yeah, no, that ain't it. So he brought him Eve. Y'all. Ruth to Boaz. He brought her. Boaz minding his own business, making his own bank, doing his own thing. Listen, okay? He was doing his own thing. And guess what happened? She was brought to him, presented. Esther, the king doing his own thing, okay? Of course, yes, Matt is his wife, all that other stuff. But what did he do? He brought her. See, the Lord needs to bring you somewhere. So you have to get to the place, my love, my dear, that you understand that your yes and your speed of obedience is bringing you into position, but it's your heart posture. You got to get to the place of a complete surrender, not just submission, not just to the place where you're, yes, okay, fine, I'll go. The heart posture has to be right. The heart posture has to be right. So understand this. The Lord even did it with his mom, right? Where he's at the end and he's like, woman, this is your son. Son, this is your mother. He made sure that before he left, one of his last acts was to make sure that she was covered. What? Covered by the man. Why does a woman need to be covered by a man? Let me share with you. It's really simple. The men carry the image of God. How does that happen, Tanya? Glad you ask. So I sound like my spiritual father. I'm glad you asked all the right questions. It's the truth, though. So why does she need the covering of the man? In any situation, okay? Even if you're single, there's your spiritual father, there's individuals that you're still covered by God. There is a covering that a woman has by God, yes. But here's the thing. When the Lord made likeness and image, the man carried the inheritance, the bloodline, the name, the history, the legacy, all of it. He carried it. He carried it. So when the man covered the woman, guess what happened? She had her assignment. She understood what to multiply. She had this. He brought her to him in order to ensure that sustained. Yeah. My mind was blown too. And here's why. Because I've been in this season, this place. And it was the best way to describe this, okay? That I have to make some decisions. And technically the decision was already there. It's not like I didn't have the understanding, the confirmation, the peace or whatever, but I was idolizing the confirmation. I need to hear from the Lord. Girl, you did. You did, right? I mean, is this what we thought of when the prophets came and they spoke a word to somebody? And they were like, I trust that you're the prophet. I know that you're the man of God, woman of God, whatever, but I'm going to go and I'm going to go see for myself. Like, I need to go hear for myself. And I know I talk about science, and I talk about other reasons why, right? We're desensitized and things like that, again, in the book. But after this podcast, it was so interesting because I was like, dag, I wish I would have put that in the book, y'all. I wish I would have put it in the book. It's okay. It's okay, because I'm sharing with you now. I'm sharing with you now. And so understand this, women. If you can't submit to God, okay? If you can't submit and surrender, because they're two separate things. If you can't submit and surrender, meaning position and posture, okay, yourself, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss a whole lot. And I minister to the women, so that's why I'm saying that. Men, yes, you're one and the same, but you're gonna miss a whole lot. You wanna know why? Because in your yes, in the speed of your obedience, even when it doesn't make sense, even when you're scared, when you're nervous, all those things, and you have unbelief, and all these things are happening, here's the thing. He is positioning you with every yes to be where you need to be. And just like he brought the other women to the men, he's going to do the same thing for you in some of the opportunities, business, life, everything. It is all to position you. Okay? If you're single, it's to position you to give you off to your husband. You're learning submission along the way. So when your husband sees you, when he gives you over to your husband, brings you to him, you know how to submit, no matter what. If you're married, listen, even right now, this allows you to be the Etzer, the helpmeet, to exactly what he needs. God knows exactly who you need in order to expand that capacity, to hold the weight of who you are in the spirit. Y'all, that's some good stuff. That is some super duper good stuff. So, ladies, if you are in this place where you need to say yes to some things, do it and do it now. Get in position. Do it and do it now. so you can recognize when you're being brought to a king.